Prioritizing certainty as you make your life decisions by default means that you are betting against your ability to figure things out as you move forward. You are betting against your ability to grow in the face of challenges. You are betting against your ability to engage in the unknown, proceed through it, and come out on the other side a greater version of yourself. Let's talk about it. How to deal with uncertainty. One of the main questions that I have been getting for years at this point. How to deal with uncertainty of life. Well, we could say that one of the only things that is certain about life is the uncertainty of it. Or we could say that two certain things about life are death and uncertainty. Everything other than that is uncertain, and therefore uncertainty is one constant certain thing in life. And yes, the future is uncertain. As you're looking at the future, as you're trying to move into the future, toward the future, you are often paralyzed by the fact that future is uncertain. But you know, another thing about the future. Another thing about the future is that the version of yourself that exists in the future is greater than the version of yourself that exists right now. It is greater if you actually proceed forward. What does that mean? How can we look at this more clearly, more practically? The challenges that you are afraid of that exist somewhere in the future, the potential obstacles that exist somewhere in the future, are going to be dealt with by a greater version of yourself. Because where you stand right now, if you decide to move forward, it is not this same you that will deal with that challenge or that challenge or that challenge, or all those other possible potential challenges in that uncertain future. No. If you decide to move forward, a greater, more capable, more competent, stronger, more resilient, more courageous version of yourself will be dealing with any of those potential challenges or obstacles that end up being real challenges or obstacles. So yes, the future is uncertain, life is uncertain, but you have the capacity to deal with that uncertainty if you bet on yourself. So now the question is, why wouldn't you bet on yourself? Why wouldn't you bet on your capacity that is universal human capacity to grow in the face of challenges? Why wouldn't you bet on your capacity that is universal human capacity, so you cannot deny that you have that capacity? Are you human? I'm hoping that I'm not talking to AI. I'm hoping that I'm not talking to some new half AI, half human creatures. I'm hoping that I'm still talking to real humans. So if you're a human, you cannot deny that you have the universal human capacity to engage in unknown despite the fear, despite discomfort. So we are not talking about you magically eliminating fear and discomfort. No. The universal human capacity to engage in the unknown despite the fear and discomfort, but discover your greater capacities, discover your true strength, discover the inner resources that you have through moving through the unknown, through or by engaging in those challenges. Nietzsche talked about this. Nietzsche said that where you find challenges, there you will find, or where you find challenges and where you find great danger, that's where you will find great people, because danger forces them to get to know their own spirit. Danger forces them to discover their inner resources. And the opposite is true. Where you find great comfort, where you find too much of stability, that's where you find weak people, because they don't have a chance to reach for their inner resources. They don't have a chance to be tested in a way that will discover or reveal their true strength. Was it Seneca or Epictetus who said that I consider you unlucky because you have not faced great challenges, so therefore you don't have an opportunity to find out how strong you are? This is not a direct quote, but I'm rather paraphrasing. The message is clear. So once again, the history of human thought, the history of philosophy, literature, poetry, mythology, psychology confirms that there is a universal human capacity to discover your strengths and become a greater version of yourself through engaging in challenges that are waiting for you out there in the unknown. So you are betting against not only yourself, you're betting against the human in you, the most human in you, if you are betting against your capacity to move forward, if you are optimizing your life for certainty as you're making life decisions. So my question to you is, do you want to bet against the most human in you? Do you want to bet against your true highest nature? Hopefully not. Stay strong, love life, never feel sorry for yourself, engage in the unknown, light a fire in your heart, and go beyond. Thank you.